With over 200 plus songs on the official Deltarune soundtrack, Toby Fox has made some instant classics that are some of the best in gaming. But which one of these 225 songs is the absolute best, and which will hold the title as the worst? That's what I have decided to spend the last 9 hours on, going through every song from every chapter, as well as a couple of unlisted songs, and ranking it against every other song. This is how I came up with the list, so if you don't agree with it, you can yell at me in the comments, which I am fully expecting. Day 1. I listened through every song, going chapter by chapter down the OST list and placing them where I think works. Maybe I would listen to an old song to refresh my memory in the later chapters, but for the most part, every song got one listen through. Then I slept on it. I didn't want this entire video to just be from my opinions on the one day. So, day 2, I listened through every song again, but this time going bottom to top in my rankings. That way, if there was a song I liked less than the previous, it was an easy switch. I did try to rate these songs as songs and not just as moments in the story, but I also believe context helps a lot when it comes to Deltarune music. Now, with us having over 200 songs to get through, a lot of the ones in that middle tier probably aren't going to get a lot of talking time. So if your favorite is around that middle tier, leave a comment, and I'd love to go more in depth on why I put that song in its place, and maybe you can convince me to move it up a little bit. But with all that out of the way, let's see which song holds the title for the worst in the soundtrack. Number 225. I mean, do I even need to say anything? Like, I have actual sound effects that are on the OST list for some reason, and I put them higher than this because, I mean, you hear it, right? Number 224, for a very similar reason. I mean, it's slightly more enjoyable than Brat Fashion, but at the same time, is it? Number 223, C. This is not a song. This shows up when Carol arrives in Chapter 4, and it's just this. That's all it is. Number 222, Breath. Again, it's not really a song, but I mean, it's a little bit intimidating, I guess. Number 221, we have Crickets. Now, funnily enough, this one and the last one in the list are right next to each other in the soundtrack, separated by one song, which we will not hear for a very, very long time. Number 220, Concert for You. Need any more proof? Number 219. I mean, it's not a song, but at least it's like kind of funny. Number 218, Soundcheck. You know, this one isn't actually that bad. Maybe I judge this one a little bit too harshly. Oh my god, that's loud. Oh my god, we're moving on. Number 217, April 2012. Now, this one is, I had to look this one up because I didn't remember where it played in Chapter 1, and in my notes I wrote down that this feels like I'm getting pummeled by an FL Studio instrument randomizer, and I don't think I can argue with that much. That same description also goes for 216, South of the Border. There's just too much going on here for me. I don't like this. Number 215, Birdly, The Rejected Concept. And I think you can see why. This loud-ass bird, I can't even hear the song that's going on. Number 214, the Chapter 5 logo. I didn't even know, I don't know why this is on the OST, if we're being honest. Number 213, I'm Very Bad. I get that it's supposed to be funny, but it's still not a good song to listen to. Number 212, Dump. This shit just makes me feel sad. Like, I don't feel good listening to this song. It just brings my mood down. Number 211 and number 210 are a tie for the most part because it's Weird Birds and Weirder Birds. Because it seems like they're just the exact same thing, but one has a different name, so. Numbers 208 and 209 are also not a tie, but they are similar songs, so I put them next to each other. In 209, we have Digital Roots. And in 208, we have Bit Roots. This one I place slightly higher, but it's just, I don't know. I liked it slightly more, but they're still not good songs to listen to. At number 207, we have our first unlisted song on the track, which is SND Ominous. Now, I really don't see this as a song, but it was it's a very lore-specific note piece to play, so I felt like it deserved at least a spot on this list, even if it's not super high. Number 206, we have Cool Beat. This is not a cool beat. I don't like this at all. It's very loud. It's very in my face. Not a cool beat. We're moving on. Number 205, another joke song. We have Ford Sanctuary. I mean, just watch the time signature breakdown of this song and get back to me on if you think it should be higher. At number 204, we have ERAM. Now, I don't mind this one that much, but it is just the same thing going back and forth, and it's not enough to really sway me any higher than this. You can even hear it, like, looping on itself. You can hear it cut a little bit. Number 203 is Dig, Dig to the Center of the Earth. Now, this is just too short. It's only, like, 8 seconds long, and this 8-bit sound just feels like it's piercing into my head. Number 202, we have Cliffs. Now, it's really not much. The main thing that's really throwing me off with this is we don't have the little, like, circular, like, guys that, like, swing back and forth that make their little noise. It's really missing that. If that was there, it might be higher. I'm being so honest with you. Number 201, When I Get Mad, I Dance Like This. Again, it's just the same notes being replayed over and over again. It doesn't do anything for me. Number 200, we have Query. It's just a very, like, I think we're getting to the point now where the songs aren't bad. These are just mid songs to me. This one really just doesn't sway me at all, which is really saying a lot because we are at the 200 point. There's only 25 songs that I would consider bad. So having this at number 200, not a diss. If people have this, like, top 100, I don't mind it, but it's just not for me. Cracking that 200 spot, we have number 199, Glacier. This one was really weird because, like, you can kind of hear something underneath this that's, like, off a little bit at the beginning, and that threw me off. And it's very repetitive, again, like a lot of these bottom songs will be. At number 198, Mysterious Ringing. I mean, it's interesting, but it's not really a song. It is just kind of these distorted church bells, which works for the vibe that it's creating in the chapter, but it's not swaying me very much. Which I'm saying a lot. It's not really a song. I'm not listening to this outside of the game. At number 197, we have Deal Gone Wrong. Now, I mean, this one's okay. It is very much a build-up song to, you know, the big one. But yeah, that payoff to this build-up is in another song that won't be seen for a very long time. So I can't really give too much credit to a build-up song in my eyes. Next up, in number 196, we have yet another Spampton song with Hey Every. Now, this is very similar to When I Get Mad, I Dance Like This, where it is just the same notes over and over and over and over again. But since it's Spampton, I'll give him a couple extra bonus points. At number 195, we have Northern Light. Now, I do actually really like this, but for one, it's really short, and for number two, it is very repetitive, and for number three, actually, that's I just thought of, it doesn't really, it, like, never shows up. It shows up in the boardroom where it tells you to go north. Obviously, that's why it's called Northern Light. But it's just in this one room, and you get in there, you read it, and you move on. And so it only plays for like 2 seconds. At number 194, we have Loving Steps. Now, I can definitely see the appeal to this one. But if we just like edit in some Adventure Capitalist gameplay right here on the screen, I mean, you can't tell me it doesn't fit. It really does. At number 193, we have the Big City Board. This one is just, there's in my eyes, there's too much going on with this one. If you can't tell already, I'm not a big fan of the board songs from Chapter 3. I like a lot of Chapter 3 songs. We're going to see a lot of those Chapter 3 songs much later in this video, but the board songs just didn't really do it for me. I don't really like the super 8-bitty versions of these songs. Like, I like 8-bit. This is too far for me, I think. At number 192, we have Dog_Balloon. This plays in the annoying dog puzzle room before the egg room in Chapter 5. And it's just, again, it's very loud. Like, it might just be because the song is playing loudly, but it's very, like, it's intrusive on my ears, and I'm not too high on this one. At number 191, we have the Thrash Machine. This one is just, like how the other ones kind of had too much going on, this is just a whole lot of, like, this is just peak, like, background music, and I don't, it doesn't speak to me in the way some of these other songs might. Number 190, Pushing Buddies. Again, this is a very cute song, but the scene it's in is so insignificant. It's just, it feels like Toby Fox came up with this song, but couldn't find any place for it, so he kind of built that mini scene of Rousey turning into a block just for this song. Number 189, Flashback Excerpt. Now, I do really like a lot of the Rousey lore songs, like the lore drop songs that get played, and this one I do like. It's definitely the worst of all of the Rousey lore drop songs. At number 188, we have the last song on the OST, at least at this point, Goodnight Sweet Prince. It doesn't feel like anything. It's just, I mean, the notes I wrote for this song, it was literally just whatever. This is a very mid-tier song that I could do without, but it's fine having it. At number 187, we have Beautiful Bath Time. Please do not make me talk about Flowery in a bathtub. I don't want to talk about it. We're just gonna move on. At number 186, we have Fanfare from Rose of Winter. Now, I really like this, but it only plays like twice in the entire game, and it's too short. 185, Flying Feather. Now, I like this song, but it sounds like there's a hurricane going through this scene. I can't hear the music with how windy it is. Oh my goodness. At 184, we have Sound Studio. Now, this might just be a product of the fact that the Sweet Cat and Cakes motif has been playing for like the last 6 songs in the Deltarune Chapter 2 soundtrack, and I had just gotten sick of it at that point, because while it's fine as a song, like, it's just the exact same thing over and over again with Sweet Cat and Cakes, so this one unfortunately gets placed pretty low because of that. At number 183, we have Man_Ness. Again, it's another one of those 8-bit songs. This is the first Eggman Room song that we're gonna hear, and it's just very, very mid, and it's only 9 seconds long, and it just loops over and over again. 182, The Door. Now, this one I would probably qualify as background sound instead of really music, but the vibe it gives off is so good, and I might be getting blinded by nostalgia slightly because it is beginning of Chapter 1 stuff, but I do like this. I do really like this. 181, Friends. Again, this is a very good song, but it's a very Toby Fox song. Like, I hear some stuff similar to this all the time in the soundtrack, so it's not really moving the needle too much for me. Number 180, Raft Ride. Again, I hate to do it to all you 8-bit board song fans. I'm just not one of them. It's fine. I mean, I'll listen to it without wanting to rip my hair out, but I'm not seeking this one out. Number 179, Basement. This is very similar to Door, where it isn't like songy. Like, there's obviously instruments and there's notes being played, but it's very much background stuff. But I do like this one just that little bit more. 178, A Real Boy. This one, very loud, but I do like it a little bit. It has its moments, I'll give it that. Number 177, and this is a mouthful. Chapter 5 underscore inversion underscore lake underscore chant. And oh my goodness, is this one loud. But I don't know, it's very creepy for the scene that it's in chapter 5, but again, you're not gonna hear me seeking this one out. 176, school. This was one of the first ones I heard. It's number 3 on the Chapter 1 soundtrack, and my description for it was pinnacle of background music. This is very much like, I don't want to say coworker music, but like, I could hear this being played in like a lobby of a corporation. At number 175, we have Lancer underscore annoying. This one's funny. As you're gonna see somewhat soon, I'm not super high on Versus Lancer as a song. I like regular Lancer, but Versus Lancer not so much, and this is just like a worse version of that one. 174, chill jailbreak alarm to study and relax to. Now, I did find this very funny at the end of Chapter 2, but it's very much a Napstablook song, which unfortunately isn't the highest of praise if you know his songs that play in Undertale. His theme song is great, but his songs he actually makes, great's a strong word. 173, Mini Studio. Again, it's another Sweet Cabin Cakes motif song, which it's just very fine. That's all I'm gonna give it. It's very fine. At numbers 172 and 171, we have another, not tie, but they're two very similar songs that I think go well together. 172 is Stop Criminel, which, it's alright. I love Yellow as a character. I don't really like this kind of style of music, which is why ever so slightly higher at 171 is I'm Telling. Same motif, but it's got an electric guitar instead of a banjo, and so it gets slightly more points from me. 170, The King of Roly Poly. Now this one, like, if it was just this over and over again, it would have been much lower. But there are these little bits that are spread in here, which I really like. It just gives a little jolt of energy, which I very much like. At number 169, we have Care Joined. This is just a nice, sweet little melody that plays when Susie joins the party for real this time. And it's really sweet, it's short but sweet. We're moving on. 168, Gingerbread House. Now, this is probably going to shock a lot of people, because I know a lot of people really like the Noel songs, but it's very repetitive to me. I can't really get behind it that much. That's why it's super low. It's just not for me. Maybe it's because I'm the Grinch and I hate Christmas, but Christmas music has never really done it for me either. 167, another mouthful. Birdly underscore battle underscore heartbeat underscore true. This plays when you fight him in the Snowgrave route in Chapter 2, and I like the drums in it, but it is very much repetitive, very just mid. Number 166, Who Might You Be? Unfortunately for this song, ever since I saw the meme comparing this to the Sneakers O'Toole meme,
I'm not taking my sneakers off.
I can't get that part out of my head, and it just ruins the whole listening experience of this song, because that's all I can think of when I hear it. 165, Darkness Falls. Now when this one came up in the OST, I was like, where do you hear this song? I've never heard this before. It's when you die and you give up instead of hitting respawn, and, you know, as being someone who is extremely talented at these games, I never die, so I've never heard this one before. Therefore, kinda mid. Also, Cleared by Determination from Undertale. Way better death song. 164, we're staying in Chapter 1 with The Chase. Now, I like this one. It very much gives you that sense of urgency, but it just gets outclassed. Like, there's nothing really wrong with this song, but there are just better songs. Like, for example, number 163, Sandy Board. I like the chiller vibe that this one has. But yeah, again, we're getting to that mid-tier where I'm not going to have a lot to say about these songs. Like, they work well, but there's just better songs. Number 162, Man. This song creeps me the hell out. I don't like this. It's scary. It reminds me of something that you would hear towards the very end of Doki Doki Literature Club. It sounds like something out of that. Number 161, Old Wooden Rafters. It sounds like I'm in church. I don't have anything else to say. 160, Atrium. It's similar to Mysterious Ringing. I like the vibe, not much of a song. 159, Shop 3. It works as a shop theme, very, very okay. 158, That Day. It's very chill. I like it's kind of sway. Like, listen to this, I kind of like sway back and forth listening to it. 157, 3 Chapter 5 songs in a row. We have Weak Flowers. Now, this would be much lower on this list, but the second half does really save it from being just another mid song. Number 156, Faint Glow. Now, this is just the title theme, like the title music when you're selecting your save file, so I think he probably made it on purpose to be just like a very average song. Because, like, imagine you're going around and people are talking about the best song in your soundtrack, and it's not even part of the actual game. It's when you're picking your save file, so he probably held back a little bit on this one. That's what I'm going to say it is. 155 is Happy Town. This is yet another Weird Route song. This plays during Chapter 5, when you go through the festival, when it's all being shut down. And it's very alright. 154, Hymn. Now, again, I went to church. I'm a bit of a choir boy. I can say that out loud. I like a good hymn. I'll take it. 153, Pink. Now, this one's weird. I don't think it works as well as some of the other Chapter 5 songs that have the Japanese theming to it. This one's one of the weaker ones in my eyes. At number 152, When I Get Happy, I Dance Like This. Now, this is just a chunk of Cyber Battle that just got taken out of it, and like spruced up a little bit and thrown on the end of the Sweet Cam Cakes battle. But it works. It's short, it's sweet, I don't mind it. 151, Pirate Dojo. All I'm gonna say about this, Pirate Gaster Theory is confirmed, and it's because of this song. At number 150, we have Hall of Fame. Maybe it's because this is exactly what happens, and that's why I'm feeling this way, but it feels like this is too good to be true. Like, you're hearing this, it's this grand, you're in the Hall of Fame, but the music's just that slight bit off that it doesn't feel right. And it's because it isn't, and that's probably why I'm thinking that, but that's the vibe I'm getting from this. 149, 13 a.m. There's not much going on in there, which works for my studying playlist, because I just need something going on, but not enough to distract me. But as a song, there's nothing really going on. 148, Before the Story. Similar criticisms to Faint Glow. I feel like it was built to be slightly mid, just so that, you know, it accentuates the true songs in the game a little bit more. 147, Pian Pian. Now I like this. This is pretty cool. It's a little short. It's only 20 seconds long, and it is very repeating. It's just this, but just this is good. Just this is good. 146, The Distance Between Two. It's hard to say with these songs. Like, we're now getting into like the good songs tier, I would say. Like, a lot of these are mid. We're at 146, and we're already getting to like good songs. Like, this could be in like someone's like top 40. I'd be like, I don't mind it. But for me, it's at 146. There's just so many good songs in these soundtracks. I feel so bad placing songs like these this low. 145, The Holy. Now, this does fit very well with the closing the Dark Fountain scenes. At number 144, we have Holiday Studio. Yet another Sweet Cam Cake song, but it has a little bit of variety to it, so I don't mind this one as much. 143 and 142 are Almost to the Guys and Cyber Battle Solo. Almost to the Guys, it's good. I like it. It's short, but I like the scene that it's in. It works very well for the scene. Cyber Battle Solo, on the other hand, it's basically the same thing, but it's like a full battle song, so it goes above the other one that's only like 20 seconds long. And with our 4th Chapter 2 song in a row, 141 is Elegant Entrance. Just another good song that has 140 songs better than it. Like 140, with hope crossed on our hearts. Now this song would be so much higher if it wasn't for a couple seconds into the song where we start to get some synth beats that it just doesn't fit this song at all in my eyes. As soon as that kicked in, I'm like, what? 139, Metaphysical Challenge. All I wrote for this one in my notes is fine, and that's what it is. This song is very fine. 138, 12 a.m. Very similar to 13 a.m. Very chill. This would go on my study playlist. But it's just a little more chill, and it's a little bit more of a song, so it gets the couple spaces higher, even if it's only like 11 spaces higher. It gets just that little bit. 137, Volume Adjustment. I like this. I like the little bit of swinginess to it. It's very chill, but again, it's short. It only really shows up in the volume adjustment tab for the mic fight, so you don't hear it that much. 136, Ride the Board. Love this. Honestly, I might be convinced to put this higher myself, but the issue, it's only 10 seconds long. 135, Wise Words. I like the banjo. I like the hint of Hammer of Justice and Spear of Justice that you can hear in there. I didn't notice that when I originally played the game, but listening back, I'm like, hey, I know that theme. 134, The Diner Song of Best Friends. The sax is very loud in this song. I feel like if they turned the saxophone down a little bit on this one, it would have been better. 133, Small Piano _ Room. Again, it's too short to go any higher, but it's good. I like it. 132, we have another chill song. We've got Onsen. Kind of with the sax being a little bit too loud. I think the water might be a little bit too loud, as you can hear, but love the chillness of it. Putting it in the study playlist with the others. 131, Bluebird of Misfortune. Now I gotta talk about this one. Not for the song, but for the scene that it's in. This is when Burley talks about like how he's not as smart as he actually is, how he presents himself to be, and that Noelle helps him out. But in the scene, it shows him winning a spelling bee off the word December, which, why would Hometown use that word in a spelling bee? Like, Hometown's a very small town, so everyone knows what happened to Des, so them putting that in the spelling bee is really messed up if you think about it. But yeah, the song's fine. 130, Ferris Wheel. It's alright. 129, we have Man 2. Now, it's just Man 1, or it's just Man, but it's wavy now, because we're in Chapter 4, and everything is wavy in Chapter 4, so I like it a little bit more. 128, Board Clear. I like this. For board songs, this is one of the higher ones. I like the vibes this one gives more than the others. 127, Acid Tunnel of Love. I mean, if you were to picture the music that goes on in a tunnel of love, this is probably going to be pretty damn close. 126, Faint Courage, parentheses, Game Over. And again, as someone who's incredibly talented at these games, don't really die that often, so I don't really hear this song that often. Also cleared by Determination and Undertale. 125, Dream Watchers. I don't really have anything to say about this one. It's very, very fine. Number 124, Physical Challenge. I like the bass in this, the little bass guitar that you can hear in the back. It's hard to say, because I want these songs to play out so you guys can actually hear them for the video, but there's so many of these songs that it's hard to talk about each one for a long time. Number 123, we have one of the many Chris_Piano songs. This one, Chris_Piano_Quiz. This is a piano rendition of Query, which was already pretty low on my list, but I like the way a piano sounds, so it's gonna go a decent bit higher up. 122, The Legend? Now I really like this. this would have been so much higher, and there's a song similar to it that is so much higher. If it wasn't so short and it just kind of cuts off, because it's building, it's building, it's building, it's building, and then it just kind of like stops. So 121, Paradise, Paradise. A board song that's this high up. I think this might be the top. No, there's another board song higher up, but yeah, it's good for a board song. I'll give it that much. 120, Dial Tone. This song, creepy. Don't like it. Don't like that it's creepy. It works for Spampton as a character, but it's creepy. 119, Girl Next Door. Now, unfortunately for this song, I was really sitting there trying to listen to all the instruments, and I heard the sleigh bells, and I thought, huh, that's cool, I haven't heard those before, like really listening to this, and now it's the only part of the song I can hear, and as I'm typing this out in my notes, I'm only cementing these bells into my head further and further. Oh my god, please help me. Number 118. Gosh, this should not be this high, but it's so funny that I had to.
Coming straight from your house. He's the one. The king of. He's groovy and never gloomy. You can't get this from an egg. The sensation of your screen. The show that makes you scream. Say it with it, folks. Mr. Antenna's TV show.
Number 117, Fireplace. Very cozy. Being able to hear the crackling of the fire in the background is a nice touch. Very cozy. Very good. Thumbs up. 116, Walking Home. Now, outside of the fact that this song plays during one of the saddest moments in all of Deltarune that made my heart shatter into a billion pieces, it's good. Now I think we've reached the top board song with 115, Adventure Board. Very good. This is a good one. This one deserves to be higher up. Basically at the midpoint spot, just barely underneath it. Number 114, Chapter 5 _weird monologue _deep. Now this song, I really like. I think it fits the eeriness of Chapter 5 very well. And then once you reach that halfway point, you get like a really heavy guitar. And I like me a heavy guitar. And now we have reached the halfway point. Number 113. Who gets the honor of being the most mid song in Deltarune? That's a harsh criticism because I do actually really like this song. It is the first song we ever hear, Another Hymn. What a scene to be set. When I first downloaded Deltarune off of Twitter on Halloween 2018, hearing this song brought me back to Undertale. That was only like 2 years ago at the time, which is so crazy to think about. But this is such a good song. I really like it. It gets the number 113 song and claims the spot as the most average song in Deltarune. Congratulations to Another Hymn. Cracking the top half at 112, we have Your Power. Now, very epic song. I like this, but it is short. And after hearing it, after closing every Dark Fountain, I feel like, to me at least, it's kind of lost its luster just a little bit. Number 11, Mike, the board, please. I mean, classic Tenna song. Can't get much better than this. 110, 1000 Cafe Zukan. Now, I can only think about this song with the scenes of the flowers talking to each other, and I love those scenes, and this works well as like background to that to not overshadow the scenes that those guys are having. 109, Lantern. This is one of my favorite shop themes. It's not my favorite. There is going to be a couple, maybe just one higher. There's one I'm thinking of. Yeah, this one's super good. The second half does really elevate it. 108 versus Lancer. This is going to be a controversial one, I already know it, but I don't like it as much as regular Lancer. It's just, I don't know, it might be a little bit too much for me. But yeah, if you guys have this higher, totally get it. It's just not for me. Alright, I'm just going to rattle off a couple of names here so we're not stuck here all day. 107, Chris_piano_shop. 106, Flower Castle. 105, and now for today's sponsors. 104, My Castletown. 103, Imminent Death. 102, Ripple. 101, Even Higher. 100,
Your dad's my best friend.
99, Sword. 98, A Simple Diversion. 97, Chris_piano_rules. 96, Pedal Dance. 95, Spawn. 94, Another Day in Hometown. 93, A Town Called Hometown. 92, Chris_piano_74. And 91, Glowing Snow. At number 90, we have The Second Sanctuary. This is shockingly low, especially for me. I love the Sanctuary songs. It's not the bottom one though. Don't forget, not the bottom Sanctuary song. But I do like Third Sanctuary more. I like Dark Sanctuary more. But this is still a very, very good song. 89, Quiz. Much higher than Query. Absolutely dusts Query. It's good. It's bouncy. I am higher on it than I thought it would be, considering how low I put Query. Number 88, Castle Funk. It's in the name. This song is funky. I like it. 87, Festival. This is the top notch of hometown songs. You can catch me boogieing in my room to Festival, and I'm not scared to admit that. Number 86, it's pronounced Rules. I like Pirate Rules. I think it's very funny, but I'm not really sure why they decided that this is his new de facto theme song. I really like Rules Card's initial song. I think it's just called Rules Card. I like it a lot more for his character, and I think they should have kept that his main one. But this is still really fun. 85, Running Sky. This one is pretty good. I like it. I like whatever instrument's leading the melody. I can't really, I think it might just be like a default, like, FL Studio instrument. I don't know if there's like an official counterpart to it, but I like it. I like the vibe that it brings this song. 84, Powers Combined. And gosh, do I wish that this song was longer, because this makes me feel something, man. I love this song as the lead up to the Giga Queen fight. It's so cool. I love it. It's only 20 seconds long, so I couldn't put it super high. Number 83. Oh god. Oh god. Oh fuck. Oh my god, he's so powerful. Oh my god. I gotta move on. 82, The Old Jitterbug. Another short song that is good, but oh my gosh. Sans, if you don't stay away from my mother. 81, Chris_piano_waiting room. I really like this one. It's a rendition of TV World, and it also contains the hip shop motif, which I like. I like both those songs. Clearly, I haven't mentioned either of them in this video yet, so clearly I like them. And put them together, it just works. 80, Doomboard. I really like this one. I love the crunchiness. That's the word I gave it. Yeah, it works. The little top melody part, it's a little bit hit or miss for me, but I really like that bottom. I guess it's a guitar, maybe. It's probably just like a modulated guitar. Love it. We just finished talking about him. Number 79, Rules Card. Unfortunately, it is just a little short and only 22 seconds, which is now probably why they didn't make it his go-to theme song for his boss battles, now that I think about it. But it fits Rules so much better than the other one. I love it. 78, Violet Tactics. I don't mind this one. It's very, we're getting up to those really good songs, but it is still kind of like middle of the road for me. 77, Friendship. I like this one. This is at the end of chapter 1. You get to, after you beat the boss, you get to walk around, you get to talk to everyone. Very similar to that scene in Undertale, after you defeat Azrael, you get to walk all throughout the underground. And it gives me that exact same vibe. It's very similar to, what's it called, Finale? It might not be Finale. Put it on screen. What's the name of the Undertale song? That one. It gives me very similar vibes to that one, and it works very well. Number 76, Giga Size. I'm not really sure why this song is almost 2 minutes long. It's not really that big of a deal in the scene from what I remember, but man, does it have some funk to it. I really like this one. Number 75, Card Castle. Very good. First half's pretty basic. Not much going on. Second half does it a lot better. While it is just basically a simplified version of King's theme, it's still really good. Staying on theme with castles and kings, number 74 is the Flower King. Works very well. Again, I really love the Asgore motif in here. I think it's done better than the last one that I talked about with the Asgore motif. It's much more imposing. This one hurts to have here. 73, I have Gallery, and gosh, do I adore this song. It's only 17 seconds long, which is why it's this low, but just the feelings, it makes me feel something. It really does. Just being able to like have this in here, I could listen to this on repeat. The feeling of dread it gives you, I just wish so badly that it was longer so I could put it higher up, but sadly, this is where Gallery will stay. 72, and I think this is our final board song. We have Burning Eyes, and this one is good. It works really well for the Shadow Mantle fight, and not to toot my own horn or anything, this is off topic as hell, but I recently replayed through Chapter 3, beat this stuff on my second try, which I remember when the first chapter first came out, this took me like an hour to beat. So beating it on my second try, I don't mind it. And everyone should say, wow, good job, Jackson, in the comment sections. Thank you. Moving on. 71 and 70 are very similar yet again, and they will go together yet again. 71 is Quiet Autumn. From Chapter 1, very good. Put it on my study playlist. And that is the same with 70, which is The Quiet Glade. Very good. I like it a little bit more. I think that it has better ambiance to it. Maybe the music's not as good. That's up for you guys to decide. I guess it's up for me to decide. I'm the one making this video. But all that aside, I like the ambiance. I like the little bit of water in the background. They're both very good, very interchangeable. Spampton goes into our number 69 slot with Spampton. I like the voices in all the Spampton songs that have them. I think this one does it the worst than the other ones. I think the voices in this song hurt it, whereas the other Spampton songs I think benefit from having the voices. It doesn't hurt it a lot, but I think it's slightly worse with the voices. Next up at 68 is the Chris_Piano_Last_Prophecy. Very good. I really like this one. I like how epic it feels. Good work, Chris. Good job playing that piano. 67, I had to look up the name for it because I didn't know how to pronounce it, but we have a Rakuichi Buster. Not the best Buster. It was slightly higher than Vapor Buster. I think the two original Buster songs are much better, but this one is still very good. It works very well as a battle theme. Number 66, Beginning. I love the vibes of this one. It's very, very uplifting. You can feel the energy from this one. And at the very end of the song, it gains a lot of nostalgia points from Undertale. What are you gonna do? I'm an Undertale fan. It's my favorite game of all time. It's gonna get some extra points. Number 65, I Guess I'm in Love. Speaking of, while this isn't like rip any like song like motifs or anything from Undertale, this gives very Undertale vibes. I could see this being played in Snowden without a doubt. And so it gets some off points just by being associated with Undertale. Not really. It's just a good song. Love it. Number 64. This song works very well, introducing Gerson. I love it. I'm running out of words to say. There's so many songs that I'm running out of words to say for all of them. But we're getting towards that top where I should be getting more words for you guys. Just trust me. 63, Chris_Piano_Lancer_Waltz. Very fun. Very bouncy. I like the 3/4 timing of it. There's a lot of songs in here that is 3/4, but I think it just adds that little bit more. Number 62, You Can Always Come Home. This one, we're talking about it again. The Undertale comparisons are back. This is literally home from Undertale. And yeah, it's so good. It changes a little bit at the end, but I really don't care. This is why we're here. Number 61, and potentially another controversial one, we have Lost Girl. Now, it is really hard to rank this song because of how often this motif shows up in practically every song and the story relevance of it, but I honestly feel like this motif works better in a lot of the songs that it's in rather than its own song, if that makes any sense. And going from a very lore-heavy song to a very not lore-heavy song, at number 60 we have Cool Mixtape. This is basically the same as a simple diversion, but it's slightly faster, and I think that makes it better. I like how fast it is, and also, oh my gosh, wait for it. That just makes me feel something, bro. I love that part of the song. Scarlet Forest comes in at our 59 spot, and it works really well. It's not as good as some of the other Chapter 1 overworld areas. I think there's only one left, and you guys know which one it is by now, but this one's really good. I like it. And this is not the last time we're going to be seeing the Scarlet Forest, funny enough. Number 58, The Flower Foyer. Very fun. I was listening to some of these later chapter songs with my friends because I was losing my mind, sitting there on my own, listening to Deltarune songs for like 4 hours. So I brought them in, and one of my friends said that this is a Japanese cowboy song, and I said, yup, that's perfect. 57, Crumbling Tower. Now there is a song slightly higher up that basically takes from this. This is just like a more expanded upon version of the song ahead of it, but I think the song ahead of it just does this better. But Crumbling Tower is still really good. It really has the high stakes of climbing the Titan. I think it really works in its scene. 56, we have Smart Race. Very fun. This is one of the more video gamey sounding songs on the soundtrack, and I think that fits perfectly for Birdley as his character, being the absolute peak gamer that he is. And I just love this boss fight also, so I think the song works really well in said boss fight. Numbers 55 and 54, we have another combo piece. Number 55 is our final Chris song, Chris_piano_prophecy. This is a rendition of piano that may not be played that well. Slightly slower. That's the only real difference to it, which is why at our 54 slot we have piano that may not be played that well. Okay, so the other one is actually played faster. My bad. I said the wrong word. But yeah, this is just so good. I love me a good piano solo. And speaking of piano solos, we're gonna throw it on over back to the Scarlet Forest as we have Scarlet Forest from the Deltarune Piano Collections Volume 1. And oh man, banger. Better than the regular Scarlet Forest in my eyes. And this also shows up in the Chapter 5 egg room, I believe, like kind of cut up. Staying in Chapter 5, we've got Inappropriate Recycling at number 52. Now, this could be a default battle theme, and I would not be upset. A lot of fans probably would because of, you know, the freedom motif that's in here for some reason, but we're going to ignore that, and this is a banger song. Unfortunately, it does not crack the top 50, but it really could have. Honestly, if I did this list again, so many of these songs would be in different spots. Like, if I just deleted my whole Sheets page and started from scratch, a lot of these would be in different spots just because of how interchangeable a lot of these things are. And at 51, we've got Welcome to the Green Room. Man, the chill vibes this song gives. I brought it up earlier with Glowing Snow, but man, I could just sit in this room and just listen to this song for hours. What a vibe. Cracking the number 50 spot, and I think this is our top shop theme. We've got the Hip Shop. Oh, what a vibe. I wish Rules sold more stuff across these chapters just so I could hear this song more. It's so groovy, and I love it. At number 49, need I say more? They literally just ripped Sans from Undertale, plopped his song straight into Deltarune, no changes. But I'm blinded by nostalgia, and you cannot stop me from ranking it this high. At 48, we have Keygen, and I do not remember this from the scene that it's in, and I recently replayed Chapter 2. Holy crap, this goes hard. I love this. Unfortunately, it's only about 20 seconds long, so it can't be much higher, but what a song. At 47, Welcome to the City. The second overworld song from Chapter 2, and unfortunately it is the lowest, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I see the other two above it that I'm thinking of, but I might be forgetting an overworld theme. But this one, still really good. It's in the top 50 for a reason. These are the top-notch songs. We are here. We are here in the good section. At number 46, we have Find Her. This plays in that secret gotcha ball room in Chapter 3 for entering 1225 in as your bet. And honestly, it's better than the original Lost Girl. I really like this song. I like how it's like slightly like, I don't know what the word for it is, like crunchy. It's like they compressed the audio file is what it sounds like. At number 45, we have The Dark Truth. And oh my goodness, this just gives that feeling of epicness to Ralsei describing the roaring. It works so freaking well. I love it. I love The Dark Truth. I love most of the Ralsei lore drop songs. 44, Now's Your Chance to Be a... And yeah, you love to see it. Of course, there is the one last Spanton song that we haven't heard yet. We're gonna get there, alright? Trust, we will get there. But as for this one, love it. I think, like I said with Spampton having the words slightly hinder, I think the words work much better in this version because there's just more going on. So it gives it a chance to blend into the background but still adds some more to it, the actual song. 43, we have Dark Place. And yeah. This works so well. The scene that this in is so emotional. This song really hits hard in that scene, and it's just, it works, and it works. You know what else works? The number 42 spot, The Circus. Oh, the haunting vibe that this song gives, it really makes you feel like you are not in the right place. You should not be here. And I just love Jevil so much as a character. He's my favorite secret boss. I think I can confidently say that he's my favorite secret boss. I really wish I could have this higher, but 42 is where it will stay. 41, I have Birdly. And for some reason, I'm not really sure why it took me all the way to Chapter 2, but this was the first song in my playthrough that I realized was in 3/4 time. Not my playthrough, like playing the games, but my playthrough listening to all the songs. It took till Chapter 2 to realize a 3/4 song, but I think it works really well for Birdly. I just love how the 8-bit stuff really does work for Birdly, because that's like his whole thing, is that he's a pro gamer. Going from one character track to another, at number 40 we have Lancer. So wacky, very Lancer. There's just better songs, unfortunately, for Lancer, but it works very well. It's the most Lancer song you could probably get. Number 39, and our final unlisted song on the list, we have Stealth. Oh, what a song that this is. I know originally, they initially teased this on a, what's it called? His like newsletters that Toby Fox shares, and I remember listening to this one, I'm like, man, this is really good. It was meant to be in a stealth-focused section of the game, but obviously, since they took that out and they replaced the really stealth, the stealthies where they're against the wall, they just sped them up. So they took that out, but I wish they could have found more spots for this song, because it's just so good. Number 38, our second to last Sanctuary. We have the third Sanctuary. So good. Slightly better than the second Sanctuary. Slightly worse than Dark Sanctuary, but here it stays at 38. What else need I say? Everyone knows that the third Sanctuary is a banger. 37, I have Airwaves. Now, initially, for some reason, after my first full playthrough of all the songs, I think I just didn't listen to the song enough. Like, I cut it off early for some reason. And so I left it at just listening to this part. I went, okay, this is kind of mid. I'm going to throw it in like 170, 180 range. This was not up there. And then I came back the next day and I listened to it a little bit more. I'm like, okay, I don't remember these drums in here. So maybe there's more to this song than I thought. And also my friend the day before said this was Norwegian techno music. And I went, yeah, that works well. That'll be in my notes. But then this happened. And I was like, holy shit, this is a banger. Why was this so far down? So this jumped like over 100 spots. This is easily the biggest change between the 2 days, and I'm so glad I listened to every song all the way through on the second day, because I would have missed stuff like this absolute banger. Number 36, The Empty Town. And I like this much more than My Castle Town. I just love this. It's just a toned down version of the Legend song, which we will hear eventually. But I love this so much more than My Castle Town. It has a lot more personality in my eyes. And if you want to talk personality, then number 35, Cat Swing, has got plenty of personality to share. What a groovy song. Number 34, The Hammer of Justice. Now, I initially had this song a lot higher, but I mean, you can't help but compare this to Spear of Justice, and Spear of Justice just works so much better. Like, this one it's still like punchy, but it's not as punchy as Spear of Justice is. Like, that one like hits you in the chest. This one is a lot more chill, which works for Gerson's character, but as a song, it's not as good as Spear of Justice, and if that's what you're trying to compare it to, it loses a good chunk of points for that. But still, it's 34, it's a good-ass song. Number 33, Queen. Now, even though this song shows up so many times in Chapter 2, and I've talked about repetitiveness a lot in this video, it really never got repetitive to me, mainly for the fact that whenever I heard this song, I knew some bullshit was about to happen between us and Queen. Something stupid was about to happen, and I was always there for it. Number 32, A Dark Zone. What a banger this is. What a boss fight this is. I love Jackenstein as a character, and this song just fits him perfectly. Like, I love the boss fight. That's probably giving it a couple extra points, but what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? This is a good song. 31, Need a Hand. Yup, I have this Gerson song higher than Hammer of Justice. It just feels so epic. And like, you're so low fighting the Titan and you realize you can't win this, and then you just get that extra kick of energy from Gerson showing up and blowing up the Titan. Absolutely impeccable. Number 30, Susie. Ooh, I love me a good guitar song, and boy does this do it well. It really shows how scary Susie is at the beginning of Chapter 1 before she goes through her whole character arc, but yeah. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. 29, Until Next Time. Dude, how does Toby Fox cook so hard with these credits songs? Like, it ruins my whole theory about the file select screens being made mid on purpose to not take away from the main songs, but these credit songs are so good. And of course, we haven't talked about the main one yet, but this one's also so good. Going from one of the last Chapter 2 songs to one of the first ones you hear, we have number 28, A Cyber's World. Yeah, the dropout before them all going back and you showing up into the new section is just so fun. It works so well, and just that scene of you going into the new Dark World, this is after waiting like 3 years from Chapter 1 to Chapter 2, having this show up, it just fits so well. 27, From Now On, Battle 2. Yeah, this could be a new default battle theme, and I wouldn't be upset. And based on the name, From Now On, I think a lot of people thought it was going to be the new battle theme before Rakuichi Buster showed up. Number 26 is the Chaos King, and I wish I could put this higher, but it is the lowest of all the chapter bosses and secret bosses, but that does not mean it is a bad song at all. When the second half kicks and you add that little extra instrument on the very top, it makes this song so much better than it was initially. Listening to this whole song throughout, it would have been closer to Card Castle, lower down, but slightly higher than it. But just that one extra instrument that gets added on top makes it so much better, and I could listen to that part for ages. Number 25, the Pandora Palace. Man, going from one castle to another, this one is so much better. I love this castle theme. It's so vibey. I wish I could have heard it in more places than just Queen's Castle. But yeah, love it. One of the best overworld themes. Number 24, we have Checker Dance. Now, when this one came on doing my research, I immediately started bobbing my head along to this. I was like, this is such a vibe, just right off rip, and it only gets better. Number 23, Knock You Down. Oh my goodness, I love me a good Punch-Out level. And man, does this song just make it that much better. Yeah. Catch me listening to this out on the town. You probably will. I keep saying every song is so good, but every song is just so good. Number 22, The Dark Sanctuary. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm floating listening to this song. It's so good. The best Sanctuary song by far. Maybe not by far, but by a lot. It's so good. You guys remember earlier when I was talking about Crumbling Tower and the song that comes before it? Well, now we're here. Number 21 is Heavy Footsteps. Now this song has far less in it going on than Crumbling Tower, but that snare drum just brings such a vibe to this song. Number 20, The Sunset of Seven Suns. Yeah, this one's cooks. So good as an overworld theme. We're gonna get another one right after this one, but yeah, it's just, it feels so fun and full of life, which is what Chapter 5 was really about. Just that final hit of that good before the obviously very emotional Chapters 6 and 7 are going to be. We needed this. We did really need this. Going from one of the most recent overworld themes to the very first one, Field of Hopes and Dreams at number 19. Now initially this one was so much higher, but it's really tough. We are at that elite level of songs. We have been for a minute now, and this is just so good. I could listen to this song for so long. It brings so much more whimsy to the Dark World. This could be at the top of many people's Chapter 1 lists, and I would not be upset. This could be at the top of many people's all chapter lists, and I'd be like, yeah, that's valid. Number 18, we have Rooter Buster. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I prefer the original Rude Buster to Rooter Buster. Still incredibly good. It's in the top 20 for a reason, but you guys have to let me know if this is a hot take or not, because I genuinely enjoy Rude Buster more than this one. Although it's not going to be by much, as you'll see very soon. Number 17, we have TV World. This song is special, man. I love how like punchy every note is. Like every note is like its own. It takes the spotlight. There's like not much flow in this. Like everything gets its own like hit. It's so good. Banger, overworld theme. Can't do much better for an overworld theme, except there is simply one higher than it. Number 16 is Guardian. The Titan fight is finally upon us in Chapter 4, and man, like the intro, it's a little slow, but you gotta give it that Toby Fox guaranteed 30 seconds of build-up that it seems that all of his songs have. But you know, once you get there, it hits. And he has that classic part where all the instruments drop out except for one, and then you wait, and they all go back in, and it's so good every time. You can never go wrong with a classic Toby Fox 30 seconds of build-up. And here we are in the number 15 spot, Rude Buster. I told you we didn't have to wait super long, but it is such good battle music. It really gets you in the mood for the fights that you're in. And look, this is one of the times where I'm gonna have to surrender my Undertale bias. This is better than the Undertale battle songs, and it's frankly not even close. 14, The World Revolving. This song kicks off so fast, it literally feels like you're getting hit in the face by this song. And as I said before, I love Jevil as a character. I wish I could have put this one higher, but 14 is nothing to scoff at indeed. 13, Don't Forget. This is the best credits song so far in Deltarune. It's probably not going to get topped by Chapter 6 and 7. If I had to guess, they're just going to use this one at the end of Chapter 7 because it's just that iconic. It's that good. Super Shigi's voice in this is top notch. I will genuinely listen to this outside, like when I'm walking around. If I'm driving, I'll listen to this song. It's so good. I wish it was longer. I need like a 20-minute version of this song.
Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
At our number 12 slot, we have our fourth Chapter 1 song in a row. So far, our top 15 has been exclusively Chapter 1 with The Legend. I love the scene. Of course, you gotta give it that Toby Fox 30 seconds of build-up, but once you do, Oh man, does it kick off. Oh, this is so epic. The scene where Ralsei's talking about the legend would be so much worse if this song wasn't here. This means something to me. This was in the top 10 for a majority of my list making time, and I'm so sad it's just out of it, but there are just 11 songs better. And boy, what a place to start with the 11 songs better. Number 11 is The Place Where It Rained. When I heard that first initial chord at the end of chapter 4, I almost lost my mind, because It's Raining Somewhere Else is one of my favorite songs in the Undertale soundtrack, and just, I heard that noise, and I got flashed back 10 years. I flash stepped 10 years into the past, and I went, holy shit, this is it. This is where it rained, bro. So, Undertale ties equal 1 million nostalgia points. What else do you want from me? This is where it goes, and frankly you're lucky it's not higher. We've made it the top 10, and what a place to start then. Ooh, that drop into the start of the boss fight is so good. I love the 8-bitty trumpets. I love the regular saxophone in here. It's all so good. It's just a banger. This is the cream of the crop. This top 10, all of these could be number 1, and yeah, I can't argue with these. I could have put any of these at the number 1 spot, and I would not have been mad with my list. But again, what's the point of talking about any music without the legend herself? Number 9 is Cutie Mew Mew Magic, which is quite the song title. Yeah, this song slaps so hard. This was at number 4, I think, for a while. I was really arguing between this one and the one we'll see 2 spots from now over which one will be higher. Yeah, doesn't get much better than this. Gosh, it makes me sad that this song fell down to number 8. For a while, this was my number 3. This was number 3 this was number 3 when I went to bed on day 1. And then I woke up, I listened to a lot of these songs again, and I just couldn't have these 7 songs below it. But I love me a good rhythm game. I play the drums. I love the scene that this is in. And oh my goodness, the covers of this song specifically, the covers are so good. It's so good. I'm running out of words to say. I'm stuttering over myself based on how good this song is. Gardens of Hopes and Dreams at number 7. It's about the same as Fields of Hopes and Dreams. I don't know what would make it that much better. Yeah. Alright, I'm convinced. Yeah, that's all you really had to do, so I think that'll be good. I think we'll already... Alright, yeah. Immediately, the song hasn't even dropped yet, and it's already better than Fields of Hopes and Dreams. I love it. I said this already with another song, but it makes me feel like I'm floating when I hear those trumpets. And then you get the drop in, and it's nice. It's chill, it's groovy. What more do you want out of an overworld theme? And this is the number 1 overworld theme. Argue with a brick wall. Number 6 is Versus Susie. And this is another one that I'm really upset couldn't be higher, because if this was just 1 spot higher into that top 5, then we would have 1 song from every chapter in the top 5, and I really contemplated doing that just for the content of saying that that's a thing, but it's just, these 5 are so elite, but I know everyone says top 5 as a thing. This video, it's top 6, alright? Versus Susie deserves to be in that top upper echelon of songs. It's so good. It's the ultimate culmination of all of her chapter 1 arc, because you can kind of hear it, you have her original motif that's really dark, and it's that's her bully self that's fighting against Lancer, but then you have some higher pitches and stuff that are it's kind of her new arc trying to fight back against her old self, trying to make her a better person, but like she's been betrayed by Lancer. And I'm talking about this section for way too long, but this song is so good and I really need to justify me not having it in my top 5. Please forgive me, because I don't know if I can forgive myself for having this outside of the top 5. And here we are at our top 5. Number 5 is Attack of the Killer Queen, and you can't get better than this, man. I mean, you can, there's 4 songs ahead of this one, but like, dude. This was yet another one that I contemplated being number 1 of the whole list, along with Versus. Versus Susie was up there for a minute. Originally, I had it over Attack of the Killer Queen, but I just can't do it. This song is so good. This is definitely at the top of like a lot of people's lists, and I do not blame them one single bit. This is so good. Speaking of peak-ass boss themes, number 4 we have Black Knife. Now this one was number 1 at the end of day 1, and this song just would not be as good without the in it. Like, those genuinely make this song so much better, and this was number 1 for a vast majority of me making this list. But it's fallen slightly. There's 3 songs ahead of it. I'm sure you guys are thinking of 2 of them. I feel like a lot of you might know all 3 of them, but I think there's one in here that you might not know off the top of your head. Number 3, we have the main man himself. And I like to imagine Toby Fox sitting in his office after he's had that like dream that came to him, the idea of Deltarune. He's sitting in his office and he's like, what if when I make this game, I give one of the hardest songs in the entire soundtrack to a flower? I like that. Someone write that down, because that's what this is. This is such a good song. This was honestly lower. This was like in my like 7-8 range, but like when I came back on day 2 and I just kept listening to it, it's like, yeah, it's gotta be in the top 3. It's just that good. So we have one song that I know everyone's waiting on, and we have one song that there's definitely a couple people thinking about, but not everybody. So let's see. In that number 2 slot, yep, Big Shot is not in the number 1 slot like I thought a lot of you would probably be thinking it would be. And honestly, I did for a while also. It was Black Knife 1, Big Shot 2. I switched them around a couple times. Black Knife ended it at the end of day 1. I immediately switched them when I woke up the second day. But yeah, there was just one song that's slightly ahead of it. I wasn't super active in the Deltarune fandom in between Chapter 2 and Chapters 3 and 4, so I know there's like the Spamton sweepstakes and all this stuff going on, so I know a lot of people have like this really tight connection to Spamton, and I get it, but it's not really there for me as much. I feel like it would probably be number 1 if I was there for all that stuff going on, but Jebel's my guy. I gotta talk about my boy Jebel a little bit longer, even if this song just missed the top 10 and Big Shot's number 2. That's my guy, bro. And so, it's really good, but it's just not number 1. The honor of the number 1 slot in the 2026 225 song Deltarune ranking goes to... Dude, Neverending Night. If you were to look at my Apple Music of Deltarune and Undertale songs, honestly, that I've listened to the most through like YouTube or Spotify or Apple Music or whatever platform, Neverending Night is at the top of that list without a doubt in my mind. This is such a good song. I've used it as like the background songs in some of my Instagram posts. I'm in love with this song. I could listen to it all day, all the time. If it was 40 minutes long, I'd listen to the whole thing on loop. It's just so good. And I originally had this at like the 9 slot, but when I came back on day 2, I kept listening to it, and I'm like, yeah, I understand why I listened to this song so much. And the scene that it's in, with us being talked to by Gaster, it's like, yeah, the halfway mark has been attained. This is a cinematic ass song that fits its scene down to the T. My headphones just died listening to this song. The song's so good that my headphones couldn't stand to live without listening to just this song. So I gotta plug those back in, and let's wrap this video up. Thank you guys so much for watching the entirety of the video if you made it this far. If you agreed with the video, which I know 0 people did, there's so many songs here that there's no way that everyone can agree on every song. My opinion on this as I was making it is it's kind of like that Pokemon debate where like every Pokemon is someone's favorite Pokemon. I feel like almost every song on this list can be someone's favorite, except for maybe those ones in the back. If your favorite song is Brat Fashion, let me know. If you guys really enjoyed it, please leave a like, please subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more of these. I would love to talk about Deltarune until my dying breath at this point. I love that game. I love Undertale. Let me know, but that's it for me. I will see you guys in the next one.